Mr. Moon has entered the building and it is Liverpool 5, West Ham 2. Really unfortunate game, I've got to say. I really fancied us to get something out of that game, and we haven't. Do I think we played well? Yes, again. Don't think we deserved it. 3 corners conceding from, still same mistakes. And we just can't seem to get a break, can we? As I say, I don't think we played bad at all. I think every West Ham fan, the hustle was there, the fight was there. But we keep saying the same things every week at the minute, and we're not getting the results. Is time slipping away from us? I don't know. I think after any defeat, we'd think it is. Obviously, we said last week, was it a point gained, point earned, 2 points dropped or a point gained? And I think by the end of the week, it was a point gained. Now, we're really going to rely on Forest and Spurs' results this week to see if that's more points dropped. The worrying thing is the games that we've got coming up. Fulham, which is a must-win, absolute must-win, as it was really last time at London Stadium, we lost it. And then we've got City and Villa, I think, which you just can't see points coming from it. Although, as you say, Wolves give us hope yesterday. I just don't know if it's all starting to slip away from us. Are we just unlucky this year? I know you make your own luck, but I've got to say, I think all of us would say we're doing all right. If we had that performance at West Ham over the years, we'd have been quite happy at Anfield. 5-2. Do I think we could have gone for it a bit more? Yes. Where I do feel let down is the January signings, and it's hard to say that because Tati scored today and run around and worked hard, sorry. But I think them January signings really cost us because we bought in Disasi, Tati, Pablo and Traore. Were they enough to keep us in the Premier League? With a £6 million profit, with players like Souček, Fulham, leaving out door, Guilherme, I know he wasn't never really a West Ham player, but Rodriguez, there was a lot of players that went from West Ham in January. And we just simply didn't replace them. The squad depth is poor. If you looked at our bench today, you look and you go, the game's screaming for Wilson to come on again, and the manager hasn't done it. I just don't know. And sometimes I like the manager. I think we all like the manager, really. But I do think his decisions cost us. Do I think bringing on Wilson changes that game? Probably not. But we did have enough chances today that we could have nicked a point. But it's the defending at corners again. We've all been praising Disasi, Mavropanos, Madsen, the back line, and overall the team for defending better. But ultimately they didn't today on them simple corners. We were so in that game. We was like, when we was down, I just couldn't believe we were actually down. We fought back, clawed back. Souček gets us the goal. Tati didn't really offer any threat at all, but he gets a goal. And that kind of really, I was sitting there thinking about this video, to be honest, talking about have we been let down by the board with the signings, and then he actually goes and scores another goal, which he's proven to be a good signing. Do I think he's got enough goals to keep us up? No, I don't. But I do like him, as I think most of you do as well. So it's hard to be critical. I didn't think Bowen had a great game today, but I'm not going to be critical of Bowen. I'm not that person because he's done more for our club, I think, than probably anyone there. I'm really worried because we need to pick up points. That someone like Wolves going and beating Villa now. I don't think Wolves catch us. I don't think Burnley catch us. But they're slipping away. The games are slipping away. The time's slipping away. And obviously with the financial statement that was brought out by the club yesterday, going down could be catastrophic. Or at least they want us to think that. But then, if that's the case, why was not more done in January to support the manager? Why did the manager not have a backroom staff? He's brought in one member of backroom staff. And it's just all disappointing. You just look at them today and you think, Forest gave them a better run in. We've conceded 5 goals. Ultimately, I don't think any of us will think, well, we look like a team that conceded 5 goals today. Didn't. I didn't. I'm the most critical West Ham fan there is, you know. I'm Mr. Moan. But they are slipping away from us. Anyway, I want to hear from all you lot. I don't want to keep going on and on and on. Do you think that we were let down in January? Do you think we got enough to stay up? What was your thoughts on the game? Were we hard done by? I honestly don't think anyone will say we're hard done by. I do think we had a go, and I do think everyone would say, yeah, that's the kind of West Ham we want. I don't understand the manager a lot of the times with his substitution. I have no idea why Mayers and Kante come on. Made no sense whatsoever. Adama Traore is not a Premier League player. I don't know why we want him. And if that's the manager's signing, and that's who he's fought tooth and nail to bring in, you've got to be asking questions, because he's simply not good enough. I think he touched the ball once, and that was when the final whistle thing, and he just looks, he looks like a Sunday League player. He don't even look like he's got the pace that would scare anyone. That's even more scary. The only thing that he's got, he doesn't seem to have. Anyway, we'll be back this week, because I'm in Dubai. Actually, I didn't tell anyone this. I'm in Dubai, and today there's been bombs going overhead. So I won't be doing my golf trip this week, which was scheduled to be, I was going to leave here Monday, so I wouldn't have done a big show this week with Addy and Gary and that, because I'd have been away and I'd done a reaction while I was away. But flights are cancelled here. As I say, Iran's been bombing us. I've had that to deal with today. I've had a cancelled golf trip, and we've lost 5-2. So you can understand why I'm moaning a little bit. But I don't think I've actually been too bad. I've kept the smile on my face. Fulham's the big one next week. We was never supposed to get something out of this. I think we could have. I really do. But it wasn't the one we were supposed to win. So that's all I'll say. Fulham is the must-win next week. Mr. Moon has left the building. Come on, you Irons.